Okay, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about a problem called course schedule, which is within the graphs topic. So if you want to know the best way to study for big tech companies or any company that requires algorithms, take a look at the description that I have a video where I explain step by step how I have passed the Microsoft interview. So I talk about the best books, the best problems. Take a look at that. So without further ado, let's take a look at the problem course schedule. So course schedule, basically you are given a 2D array and a number of courses, and you want to know if you're able to finish the courses. So one is the following course and the second one is the prerequisite course. I kind of didn't understand why they put the prerequisite after the course, but anyway, we'll work with that. Uh, Here, though, we have an issue because in order to take the first course, you need the 0th course, and in order to take the 0th course, the first course, you need the 0th course. So you have a cycle and we can't finish all the courses. So if you actually think about it, this is a pretty similar problem to find a cycle. So if we find a cycle inside of the list of the courses, we are done. Clearly here there is a cycle because you have 1 pointing to 0, 0 pointing to 1. So first we have to build the graph, then we need to find if there is a cycle in that graph. So we'll use the debugger to take a look at that. So let's use the example that we just had where we have 1 and 0, 0 and 1. The first thing we're gonna do is, so you pass in the number of courses 2. And here we're building our graph with a dictionary that has as a key a value and as a value a list. So the list are all the values that you're connected to. So that's what we're doing inside of this for loop. Then basically what we're doing is doing a algorithm to find out if there is a cycle. So this template that I've been talking about in the graphs playlist, memorize this. This will be available on GitHub. So it shows up over and over again. So if you have that memorized, you'll be super quick in your interview. You don't need to come up with it on the spot. So always have so this is like a topological sort, always have a visiting set, a visited set. If you are traversing it and you are currently visiting that node, you return false, meaning you can't finish the sequence of courses, so there is a cycle. In the last problem, we returned true here, meaning we had a cycle, but here we want to return false because it means we can't finish all the courses. So if it's not in visiting, we add the current node to the visiting array. We're going to explore all the nodes around it, and recursively, if we don't find a cycle, we add that node to the visited list and we return true, meaning that we can complete all the courses. So let's actually use the debugger I think the debugger is an amazing tool that is often ignored. So, and I think compared to other algorithms tutorials, I think this is what differentiates these videos and my courses, because I like to look inside of the code. It's really hard to imagine what's going on if you can't see that. So let's use the debugger to find out what's going on. So we stop here, and then we're gonna go inside the function. So we're gonna create a list of the courses so we can traverse them. Now we're gonna build the graph. So we create a graph that has nothing right now, but now we're gonna append. So the 0 is the prerequisite. So course 0 is the prerequisite. Course 1 is the one that follows course 0. And then we do the same, and course 1 is the prerequisite, course 0 is the following. So now we're going to use topological sort to find if there is a cycle in the graph. So let's take a look at that. So we check if the course has not been visited, and we call recursively the function has cycle. So we're going to go there. We're still not visiting 0. So now we add 0 to visiting. We explore 0's neighbors. The only neighbor is 1. So we recursively call that. We're going to also add that to visiting. Recursively call 1's neighbors, which is only 0. But now our code will see that 0 is currently being visited. So we're going to return false, meaning there is a cycle. So we return false, false, and then we're gonna return false in the original function call, meaning that we can finish all the courses. So what I recommend you do is to get this code on GitHub, which is on my video's description, put some breakpoints, just like I did, and you'll get a better feel of what's going on. But memorize this template. So if you look at my graph directory, you see a bunch of problems that use the same template. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon in the next videos.